We've got Masters of the Universe, Wave 9. Let's go. Alright, this is going to be a Halloween video. Why can't it be? There's 3 baddies in this wave. I'm really excited to get wave 10. There's no sign of it in Canada. I did find these on walmart.ca. Walmart Canada, you have to check at 4 in the morning, and one set will show up every once in a while, and you got to get them in your cart really quickly and check out, and that is how I got this. But I also did order, to be honest, I ordered these 2 from BBTS, Big Bad Toy Store, which isn't really the worst option for Canadians. I'd say that the price, even after shipping, and yeah, if you put lots of stuff together, you have a pile of loot there. It can be affordable. It's definitely better than the cost of hunting. I knew I would find these. Anyway, I did end up finding them. I took, I think, my extra Mantenna back, and I gave my extra pig head to a friend. I'm really excited about any Sunman figures. A lot of the Mutu collectors do not like the Sunman characters, and they probably will be peg warmers. We are getting a huge amount of the wave with Sunman. So I guess it's the wave before this, wave 8. Yeah, I guess it's wave 8. Those are flooding the stores right now in Canada. So if you missed out on Wave 8, you're in luck, but I think that we're going to be in trouble. I think there's going to be so many Sunmen just clogging up the shelves, and then that stops us from getting them ordering and getting us new waves. Maybe it doesn't. They're still pumping this stuff out. Mattel keeps showing us more and more of this stuff, and the sales aren't, I don't know if the sales are good or not, because all I get to see is, I get to see that as soon as they're bought, somebody buys them. They're always all bought up. Okay, let me show you what these look like. Mantenna, awesome. I love the Horde. It's such a great faction within Masters of the Universe. I also love the Snake Men. I'm really excited for the Snake Men waves that are coming up. So that is the artwork. These are international cards, even from Big Bad Toy Store or the shelves of Canada. We always get these. So that means that the comics inside will not have any dialogue written. Asymmetrical head. That's something that we didn't really see. I don't know what's going on. Are those snaggletooths? Are those giant tusks? Is he biting something? I guess he's got one tusk on one side. I don't know. I have to look more. He's awesome. I don't remember ever seeing any Sunmen in Canada. I'm pretty sure we didn't. People claim that they were here in the 80s, but I don't think so. We did have some Remco figures I remember seeing at some stores, but not Sunman. Very cool. And then this 2000X He-Man. So is there more deco than I like on there? I don't know. His head is awesome. It's kind of like a movie He-Man too, even though I believe we will get movie He-Man one day, live action movie He-Man. That is the wave. I love this artwork so much. The cross cell is great. That's He-Man transforming. And they gave, hey look, there's a Mike Young cartoon version of He-Man there, or Prince Adam. And then the Skeletor. This is a good look for Skeletor. I really like the drapiness of that hood. It's really cool. And then that is what he looks like in his artwork on the back. Very, very cool. Let me open up these. 40th anniversary at the top. More space there. That's different. It takes me a while to get these open. I don't know if there's anything that we can talk about. It seems that It seems like the Eternia playset is going to make it, as I'm recording this video, it is very, very close to reaching the 5,000 sales. I don't know if the time is the time up. I think we still have time to get the free King Grayskull figure. Is that what his name is? Maybe. The dark complected King Grayskull. I can't. I'm really sad and upset that I'm not getting it. But like I said before, the truth is I don't have room for it, and I feel that, you know what, if you don't have room for it, you probably can't afford it. And if you can't afford it, you probably don't have room for it. One day, I think the price will be $3,000, and I personally think it's worth it. So I'm going to save up my money, and one day I'm going to live in a mansion where there's a whole room that I can devote to that playset, because it's going to need a whole room on its own. And I'm going to stick it in the middle of the room. And I'm going to love it. After getting King Randor, he's the figure that I want the most. My next coveted one will be Blast Attack. I know that's weird. I never had Blast Attack. So I guess also Dragstore too. But I had a Dragstore. I really want him. But Blast Attack, because I never had him. Anybody from Wave, the Wave 6 of the original, I want. Okay, so Mantenna is so awesome. Look at these double legs. So Masters of the Universe was, the original ones were perfect, and I am not a Classics fan at all. I was never interested in McFarlane. I don't know, maybe in the 90s. Maybe McFarlane figures were a little interesting, the ultra detail of them, and the spawnishness of them, but never a big fan of Classics. I supported the line. Everybody said support the line so you can get what you want. So I did it because one day I was hoping that they would do more reproductions, but this is even better. Like the fact that someone, the people working at Mattel, they know where the improvements need to be done. Like those silly double legs that were on the original Mantenna figure, like you might not even noticed. When I was a kid, I didn't notice until later that there was actually supposed to be more than 2 legs molded on there. But instead of molding them, we gave them. They didn't make this a deluxe figure either, which is great because, you know, he's got extra legs and stuff. They could have given him a double head. His feature works differently than it used to. He used to have a little push up here and his eyes would spring out. In this case, we push down and the eyes bug out, which I like better. And then that frees up the body for the mixing and matching that these figures do, which I also think is incredible, which we really don't take that much advantage of. I mean, there are some custom guys who take advantage of that, mixing the stuff up, but I mean, their colors are pretty specific, so when you do it, it can look kind of silly when you put on the wrong body parts. But if you're going to paint them and stuff, then that feature really works, and I am really grateful and happy for that. Does this head come off? Guess it would have to. Very, very cool figure. Love the legs. They all have knee joints. They all have, they all have ankle articulation. So they did spend a lot of money in here. Look at the texture on his back. Is he a fly? I don't know what the horde creatures really are supposed to be. I kind of think that they're kind of supposed to be universal monsters. I love them, and look, his color scheme is a bit darker. That is also something they have changed. They have modernized the color schemes, and as much as I love the 70s inspired color schemes of the original series, and yes, I mean 70s. I know that the line came out in the 80s, but it was the early 80s, and they were being developed in the late 70s, and you definitely see that in the figures. You see that influence. He comes with a crossbow. I said in the last video where I reviewed all of those horde figures that it doesn't function very well. It's not as... you have to really hold on to it to get it to function. But, I mean, I don't play with it or need it to be springing all the time. The face is great. It's cute. It's modernized. It's perfect. This line I love so much. I appreciate that it is brought up to date, but all of those hunky, chunky elements are still there. Let's go to Pighead. I don't know who I'm more excited about. So, like I was saying, I'm very... Oh, also, I like how, see, the bags are completely gone in this wave. The weapons are just in their backs. I love getting new characters. I'm excited when they are breaking out new characters. Like, what's his name? Frogmonger. I'm so happy to get him. I'm so happy to get new characters that we never had before, because that is what I'm excited about. I mean, that is why Blast Attack is the figure that I want the most. So cool. I love these colors. So weird. See, this is an example of what the original Masters of the Universe did and the draw to it. Like this yellow here with the lime green, like those colors should not be together. None of these colors. And then he's got pink going on at the same time. He looks so much better in hand. I love the very minimal paint deco on these two. Oh, he's crazy cool. His neck is... his head is sticking up from his neck, I noticed. Look at this harness on here. So good. Totally removable. Done in more modern peg system. Oh, what is happening? Oh, it's a double peg system. I had never seen that on armor before. Alright, cool. So cool. It's so good to see these figures with better body sculpts too. I mean, I don't know, because I never had any Sunman, I don't really know what their body sculpt was like, but the Remco ones, they were a little off. Something was a little sunken in the chest, and the Masters of the Universe figures are great. I mean, I find that the shoulders on the new figures are a bit bulbous. I guess we'll see that with He-Man coming up. Oh, look at these shoes with the spike on the back. I love this guy. I love this weapon. That little bend in it is cool too. Oh yeah. And I like that it matches. I like that he's super matchy. And guess what? He comes with another weapon too. A shield. And it's pink. This is so good. He is so deluxe. I'm loving it. I'm so happy to get a new character in here. That crazy lime green stuff. The shield doesn't function. You know what? I've played around with these things before, and you can figure out something. It's just not always easy. Yeah. You need to play around with it. You can eventually find a good nesting place. I do worry about scraping the paint on them. Look at that shield. So good. Look at these weird colors. I noticed that his joints seem to be much looser than normal. I love them. Oh, man. So good to get. I don't think I watched any reviews on him, so this is all new to me, seeing him. And let me figure out these tusks going on. I guess he's got one. It looks like he's biting on some kind of banana or boomerang, but I guess that is just, he's just got some, he's missing a tusk on one side. He's got two over there. He's just ugly and awesome, yet cute at the same time. Go figure. Crazy colors. Love him. 2000X He-Man. So 2000X He-Man has like brown armor, so he does kind of look like the live-action film, because there was more of this leather grassroots barbarian look to that guy. And this is the best He-Man head. I love it. It looks so good. He looks handsome. He's got great modern hair, not too, not too Fauntleroy. And we've got some. This is good. There's more paint and detail on here than I like. Like, did you notice how simple he was? This guy, he's got a little more, but it's, once I get him out of the package, it's pretty good. And when the paint jobs are done well, like on there and there, that's really where the paint is at. It's pretty good. I think they painted these things on it's over there, I can't see it, the one that came in the 4-pack, the special commemorative 4-pack, 40th anniversary, but with the brown boots. Yeah, I love this look for He-Man. He has a place to put his sword or axe. And let's look at them so you can see a little more high-tech, a little more modern. Like, we've got the tech and the barbarian. Still, it's in there. And that's what I like about Masters of the Universe. However, these, although they're not painted, I usually like, they might be a little too detailed for me, but it's not painted, so that makes me happy. I know that a lot of adult collectors will be mad about that, but I love this. And yeah, it does look great. It's not vac metal like the one that came with the 40th anniversary set. And then this one, this design, now that is a little more McFarlane. Check that out. Yeah, but I still like it. It's cool. I like that it's not painted. And then we have the shield, which does have a little bit of paint, but look at that tech gadget on there. Let's get this stuff. Let's see how well it holds in his hand. It does hold in his hand. Does hold in his hand. He can double axe it. Very good. You can put the axe in the back. And I guess I would say you put the sword in the back. The sword's going to fit in the slot better. And this is how I would display it as a kid, because it just made more sense where the stuff fit. Oh, and then I like how, that shield fits great. That's the first time. Maybe it doesn't. He's not really holding on to it. But check that out. Love him. Great head. Really great head. Yeah, he's super cool. Alright, Skeletor, how are you looking? Wonder how different his things. So, can't wait to look at those weapons. Very interesting. So here is Skeletor, looking kind of deluxe here. His details are more of what I like. I like them not painted. Again, I know you don't, but that's okay. Little red jewels, highlights. The black harness is kind of weird. I guess, oh no, it's not black. It's just that they painted the shoulder things black. It makes the chest look black. It's a little darker? Is it a little darker? No, it's the same color. It looks darker on camera. Is this upper part painted? No, it's not. I don't know. These are painted black. It all in purple, no paint. I would have loved that a lot more, but he still looks great. love it. As I said before, this cowly hood thing, really, really cool. The harness attaches in the same old-fashioned way, unlike He-Man's, which is that new modern clip-over style. That's different. Little peg and peg holder system. Skeletor here. Love that. Oh, and the skirt even comes off. There's some mixing and matching. Oh yeah, this is probably darker purple than we get, but oh yeah, there is some customizing. There's some customizing that we can do. I might have to do a specific video one day of bringing all the Skeletors together and customizing the perfect Skeletor. Cool. A lot more detail, but again, minimal paint, so that keeps it simple and in line with the 5.5 homages that I love so much. He has these two weapons. This has some weight to it. I like that. It was kind of a dinky little fragile sword before, and when it's fused together, so it used to separate. That's how they used to keep that lore alive. And this was the power sword, and they've fused it for this release and made it all purple. So I like it. It's really cool and very alien-y. Again, that mix of tech and organics, which is kind of cool. And then the ram staff looks exactly the same. It is the normal release. And can he hold these well? He has two holding hands, just like the He-Man release of this. And this sword is a weird handle, but I guess you put it on and twist it. And oh yeah, this is a great wave. A really great wave, and very creepy for this time of year, so I like it. I like this a lot. Alright, let me know which one of these were your favorite. Let me know which action figure that you are most excited to get that they haven't put out yet. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Oh, this wave is really, really nice. And it's just another He-Man and Skeletor, which I don't normally like variants, but love them. You know what? I didn't show you the comic book. I'll have to do that. We'll take this out. So each time they come with a comic book, oh, and also my favorite little schematic. I have to look up schematic and see if it's a real word, or did I just make it up? I love those things so much. So good. Yeah, drawings are just so nice. Oh, my comic book's coming out? That's good. For a while there, the comic books were all glued into the bubble. These ones are all coming out really nicely. Look at that. Love it. Yep, all the comic books coming out without being glued into the scene. And then there's He-Man. Mike Young He-Man. 2000X He-Man. Really good Bieber hair, though. Alright, let's take a look at this comic book. So if you are an American, then we're missing the title, and that's something that I didn't even realize, too. So they take off the title, and then they take off all of the speech bubbles. But look at the great artwork. There's Sunman in there. So funny. I'm so happy about the addition of Sunman to the line. I wish that more factions would come into this. Can they bring in Brave Star? Are there any other properties that you would like to see? Like, at least with the WWE for a while. There's still the superstars. There's so many possibilities. I want them to do Pulsar. Oh man, that would be so great. There's 2 characters in Pulsar, and both of them would be awesome. Major Matt Mason would be incredible to have in this line. All of that 70s stuff. I mean, come on. We could have a whole army series with what's that guy's name? Who's Max Steel's father? Big Jim. That whole universe would be amazing to have reconstructed.